My name's Sekam and I am from Cardiff, Wales. Being from the UK, it's been very difficult to find a place like the Aphasia Center where they have experts to deal with people that have been having a stroke and have had the expertise in just like a block program of aphasia treatment, and also where you have therapists that basically just deal with patients that have strokes. Living and helping someone with aphasia is a really emotional roller coaster because basically you know that they understand everything you're asking them and they understand the world around them, but sometimes it's as if though they are trapped in this world where they know what they want to say but they can't say it. And for you to try and help them, it's difficult when say for instance their words are limited. However, when they go for an intense course in an aphasia treatment at the Aphasia Center, it helps clarify some of those 1-2 words to become in sentences, and it helps you communicate better with the person with aphasia, because sometimes, as you can imagine, it must be very frustrating for them because of who they were before and having to live with this, yeah. But then you as a friend or the companion or a partner or a mother or father probably go through the pain of watching them trying to express themselves and wanting to say things that sometimes you don't understand, so you get frustrated and you get emotional. And the days where you sometimes look to the sky and you just say you wish that God could just bless them, or a miracle could happen where they could just be who they were. And it's really difficult because you have no control over that there, and they have no control over that themselves. But going to an aphasia center where you have that opportunity to help your loved one or your friend is actually amazing, because you actually see progress, and you start to communicate in ways that you would never ever imagine. In terms of how I've looked after one of my friends with aphasia, it started off with 1 or 2 words, but within 2 months, they're saying whole sentences like, I would like to go shopping, whereas before they would use 1 word such as shopping. So it's an amazing experience, but at the same time, it's a very emotional experience, and not only for the patient themselves or for the person that has aphasia, but also for the caregiver. There's a lot more clarity in the communication, whereas before the 1-2 words were probably really frustrating for him because he wanted to talk and have a conversation about my work where as like normal, but it was kind of difficult because I didn't know whether I was interpreting that 1 word correctly. And sometimes you could see the frustration on their face because they would just be like, yeah, yeah, and you know that that wasn't what they were trying to ask. Whereas the treatment after several weeks has just been tremendous, if that's even a word, because they have spoken and given me full sentences about what they wanted to ask, and also they were able to use cues and draw pictures and use their phone or their iPad. So it's got a lot better from just the 1-2 words from when I first met my friend to this intensive program, which is 8 weeks later. I think the goals that the family and my friend had was to communicate better with people, with his work colleagues and with his family, as opposed to just using those 1-2 words. When after the intense treatment, I can see the difference because it's not that he's using 1-2 words, he's using whole sentences. And I think as a goal, that was one of the main goals, is that he's not going to be communicating via 1-2 words. It's going to be through a sentence or through other forms or other mediums. So such as he would write cues on cards, and he would also draw pictures, or he could write something where sometimes people with aphasia can't really say it, but sometimes they can actually write what they want to say. And he's able to now communicate on several platforms. So it's not only the fact that he came here with the goal of wanting to speak better, but he's learned a whole new set of skills that he can take back and he can use to communicate with not only his family and his friends, but with people in general. He is sad for leaving here because we both realize that this is an amazing place, and he has grown exponentially, spiritually and mentally, and he feels like he wants a break, and then he wants to go back and do the home program for a while, and then eventually come back when he feels that he's well equipped and waiting to come for the next stage and the next level. Absolutely. The Aphasia Center is amazing. It's an option that I feel in the UK we don't have this wonderful, intense program with amazing experts in the field of aphasia, and also the wonderful staff at the Aphasia Center that make this such a wonderful transition, not only for the caregiver, but also for the client, the aphasia client at the center. And I would recommend anybody to come here, especially if they're looking for an option where they're going to help their loved one.